Good morning, everyone, and welcome everyone to this weekly charting and watchlist session. So everything's going to be the same, guys, same as last week. First, we're going to go through some ETFs and see how's the market looking, and then after that, I'm going to go from all the trigger plays in my list, probably 100, and all that. And in the end, I'm gonna take some Q&As, chart requests, and all that. Guys, while talking about all this trigger plays, all the ETFs, I'm gonna talk about supply and demand stuff, how to draw your key levels and all that. So make sure you guys, are making notes if you guys feel like any, but I do recommend making notes of any key level or anything related to anything, so you guys can have questions later or can review it after too. All right, so first is we have is arc daily chart. Got nothing really was going on since last week. Most week was just sideways here, so we have some same key levels as last week. uh, So 6817 is still a key level for all to close above and then start pushing to the upside. But this is again key level, guys, because this is a swing high. You can clearly see price is in a supply zone right now in here. So this is a clear supply zone on arc here. So price goes here, rejected here on the supply. Now it's going back down. So what's next? So if ARC break this low, which is 52, 62.56, break this low, and then ARC can go down to these levels, which is 58.60. Should be a nice shot on the break. And guys, upside, both side looking good, but for now, looks like a rejection here into the supply zone. Now look at a semiconductor ETF. It's looking good. Broke out, retested it. Definitely on high watch. All the semis. Definitely downtrend break. This range break here. Broke out, retested it too. So for going into next week, I will look for short here. Um, so what I'm gonna do? So my key level is remain this one, which is 263.50 key level here on semiconductor ETF, and for breakout level, it's just this one, these highs, which is 276.50. Above 276.50, semis can have another leg higher. Approaching the resistance after that at 280s. But this is a major key level, guys. So if a semiconductor ETF is above this level, I'm going to mark it white. If semiconductor ETF above this level, then definitely, we see a reversal in most of the names because this is a prior swing high. Uh, this is a prior supply here, right? So we can clearly see ABC pattern going to the downside and then supply very side here in these levels. So even if it goes in here, bears will get a chance to short it one more time at the top. So so now let's look at S&P 500. Yes, price is in a supply zone. So I'm just gonna be careful going long in these levels. So if our Elliott wave analysis is right, and then it should go here and then come back down after rejecting supply here. So I'm expecting new fresh lows here on S&P 500. But if guys, as we talked about last week, if there are very slight chances that the bottom is in, then my bullish count uh, will look like something like this. So guys, let's say we finish this whole correction here. So this is the wave 4 low already put in. That means the low is in, all the correction has happened, everything, right? And price is bouncing off. Price bouncing off this 38% retracement level of wave 3. So let's say this is the bottom here on S&P. So now what's next? So what's next is, guys, so this is a wave 1 then of wave 5. So that means there will be a major pullback for wave 2. So we can trade that wave 2, for the downside. But what would be our target? If, guys, let's say if price reject here at these levels, so my target would be, so not my, but bull's target would be to buy the dip around these levels. So bulls will try to push the price higher next week in these levels if it comes back in these levels. So if these levels are broken, somewhere around here, if 433 broken, then we can see some more downside. So bulls might will protect this area, this retracement levels. Price comes back here. So there's the Elliott wave. So guys, now let's say everything's ended here, all the uh, corrections and all that stuff. So starting here, wave 1, wave 2, and then probably, guys, wave 3 up here, and then wave 4, and then wave 5 going higher in these ones. So guys, a lot of speculation at this point, where SPY is gonna go, but definitely long, not a good spot to go long at these levels. Yeah, guys, that is my bullish count on S&P. But guys, wait, what? Let me give you clean levels for next week. So guys, above today's high, it can test somewhere around these levels, 458s, 455s, but I'll size in small, not heavy. And for the downside, guys, again, just watching these lows to breaking. The priorities, the Friday lows, just watching the Friday lows, break Friday lows and come back down easy to retest this breakout level. Use looks like the same thing here, just like SPY, a bit lagging here. So watching this level on Qs to go long, 362, above 362, Qs can see these levels clearly, which is 367s and all that. And then this is also a supply zone for Qs right here around these levels. So go there and reject back down. There's a low volume push up. Yeah, guys, I'll do some quick trade reviews on the trades I took on Friday. So guys, Dow Jones is in the hovering in the supply zone, forming a base. So what's next on Dow Jones? Looks like Dow Jones has some catching up to do compared to S&P. Guys, watching this 350-70 level on Dow Jones for next week to play the upside. And for the downside, guys, I think this is our level to play the downside here the next week too. So I'm gonna have it remain the same, break this level to downside, and it'd be a nice trade. Here comes the IWM. That's nice rejection of our level this week. This was our level 2096 for a rejection. Uh, this wicked into our zone, and this was supply zone too. So completely rejected. So what's next, guys? So only watching this level. If it breaks to the highs, then definitely gonna play the upside on IWM. For now, looks like a flagging here on the daily chart. So key level here, I guess, is this one. To 186, because this is a prior range here, prior range breakout. So I don't wanna have levels anything above. So price can come back here and bounce back. So what I want to see, price come back into the range, break it. So we can be bearish again. So 201.86 for IWM. Guys, HPQ, I'm gonna discuss about HPQ too. Because a double A, I think this one is setting up for a really nice trade for both sides. Price bouncing off this prior support here. We will see prior resistance here, rejected here, breakout. Now it's retesting it. So now what's next? So all I'm seeing is price form a base here in these levels in this zone for a couple of days and then break out of the level out to the downside. We'll see, because right now we have this failed breakout here of this range, failed breakout, price close as support. So I'm gonna have a next support marked on my chart. It is 88 or 65 to play the downside on this aluminum name. Not interested in the upside yet. Want to see some more action on it. Has some nice small gap to fill too in here. Should be a nice trade next week if breaks the support here on double A. Apple, guys, wow, this is like something different. Does not stop. Yes, slow and steady Apple risk to reward for bulls is getting lower and lower at these levels. So what's next is clearly in this fresh daily supply here. We can see price came down here, pushed up, formed a base. Now price in this base where we see aggressive selling in the past. So I'm expecting the same in this level. So no, at least maybe not this aggressive, but still, as some extent, we'll see some red days on Apple on this one. So the key levels I'm watching is just these days. I don't know if I want to play the upside on Apple anymore. This thing is so extended here, even on the weekly chart. So guys, I'm in Apple puts over the weekend with Shinobi and Prof and all that. So I think if we snipe the top right, that'd be great. Mhm. So guys, Apple is another trade that I took on Friday. So I'm gonna let you guys know what was my reasoning behind it. So I was watching this 15-minute chart, and this was my just like it was somewhere around here, 175.20, I guess. So I was watching this resistance. I was watching this supply zone. I had this supply zone drill on my chart like that, and then I saw price going into the supply zone, and then rejected it once, and then it's rejecting it twice. So I had this level, this zone, this support mark here, right? So you guys clearly see in the past price came here rejected, came there rejected. So this one is now a support, right? So this one is now support. Price broke out of this level. It's supposed to retest this level and then go back higher. If we talk about price action, right? But what happens is price did not close above this small range here, and then closed below and rejected into supply zone. And I alerted puts right away, guys. I alerted puts right away when I see this rejection, saw this fake out here. And at the same time, if we look at the VIX, guys, VIX was around here. VIX was in here, 25. Yeah, so around here, I see VIX in the daily demand. As you talked last week, or if you follow me on Twitter, I posted this chart on my Twitter too, that VIX is approaching daily demand. So VIX came here into this demand first time. Guys, whenever a stock tags the demand first time, we see aggressive pullbacks or aggressive rallies. So what happens here? So price came into this demand zone, and then we have this aggressive push up to the upside. We caught this whole move on live Twitter Spaces. If you guys were live on SPY too on Apple, so at the same time Apple was approaching SPY, so that was a clear trade. I took a trade when it broke this support, alerted puts, and then my stop loss was this day's high, very minimal stop loss, which was like only a 50-cent stop with a nice risk to reward ratio here. So break this out, and then this broke down, and then we went for 25% on our 2 weeks out puts, still holding. Sold some, around 20%, and loaded back again near near close. Still in full in Apple, building my position. If I got stopped out, I got stopped out. Um, guys, on SPY trade too, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Let's just show you guys here in the VIX chart I have open. So guys, how I called a SPY trade 500% was very easy. It was a no-brainer trade, to be honest. I called same thing, guys. Same thing here. This was my support. I see prior candle high is breaking, and now that means it's needed to hold above these levels, and there's a supply zone here too. And then what happens? Price goes into the supply. This was my level, guys. 452.96. So 453 goes there. I wanted to reject this level. It's rejected it, closed below my level. I was also watching 5-minute chart, and look at the same thing. VIX going into demand, S&P into supply. So guys, what's going to happen? Right? We know what's going to happen. We will see some imbalance in both sides, and then that what we saw. Price tagged supply and then alerted puts right away in this zone, even though price was in the uptrend. Counter trend trade here on SPY, alerted it around here, and then candle closed at the lows. And I think by the time candle closed, we were already up 20-30%. And the next candle, I had this support, guys. I had this support, and resistance, which is 465, 60, and then I did not want price to be above this level or this level. So these are my two levels I was watching, guys. What happens? Price in the next candle goes there, rejected it, and then broke this low of the prior candle. Guys, when price broke this lows, I added more to my size. I was confirmed that SPY is gonna go down 100%, and then I added more here when it broke this support. I did not alert it, right? And then, guys, you guys know what happens next. We got a clear flush down, and then sold the bottom here when it touched our support zone here. We see price came to our support zone and then bounced right off of it. And then what happens next, guys? What happens next? This one, guys. This trade goes back into the resistance that we were previously watching, goes there, reject back down. Now it's back into supplies and probably a double top, right? We'll see what happens. next week. But also the trade that I took L on, it was this one. It was forming this triangle on the 15-minute chart, and I was expecting, not I was like, most of the people were expecting uh the breakdown from here because that was a clear bear flag too. But guys, when things look too obvious, they don't happen. So I was in small size, just playing with profits, somewhere around here. Got out with minus 30, 40% on our play. No big deal, guys. When price broke out of this level, I saw inside when price makes this inside candle and broke out of this level, you see, I was have had this resistance mark. Price closed above, did not close above this level, so I was in my puts. In the next candle, I saw price broke above my level, and the next candle retesting it to this level. That's when I alerted the exit on our puts, and then we saw the nice run up here on SPY after. So guys, that's what I was thinking when I was taking the SPY trades and Apple trades and all these SC and TWLO. So when supplies approach SPYs approach supply, so that means you can just play anything at that point to the downside. So that was a trade recap for SPY, guys. Thumbs up in the chat if you guys like it, or if you guys have any questions, let me know too. So guys, you guys know my bullish count, you guys know my bearish count on this one. So we'll see what happens going into next week. Who remembers Airbnb, guys? Who remember Airbnb from last week charting session? Everything happened according to the plan, guys. Everything happened according to the plan. We had this breakout, the Friday close in here. Warning was given that Airbnb will pull back to our support and then will bounce back. And just like that, guys. Look at this. That was a drawing I remember. Look at this. Price came out over level exactly to 159.50, bounced off of it. Now it's just pushing higher. So what's next, guys, on this one? Just waiting for this support, guys. If this support breaks to the downside, if support breaks, price came into this zone back again, that'd be an easy shot. But for now, looking strong here on the daily chart. So I'm gonna have 171.10 as an alert set for Airbnb to play the upside. The next target here on Airbnb on the break would be easy target, guys. It's gonna go to 177 next. Easy. Airbnb, guys, just gonna play puts below 159.45. So break the support and then we can play puts. So right now we're gonna this a clearly bullish pattern, break and retest. So I don't want to go against that trend by shorting it, somewhere around here because price can bounce off in this zone anytime. So I just don't want to take trade in these levels. Can scalp it, can definitely scalp it in these levels, but not something that I will like. So gave you guys levels here on Airbnb. Guys, if you guys see, most of the stocks are making this inverse head and shoulder here on most of their daily chart because we see this is a firm here. I think there are a couple other stocks. We'll see, what they are, but for now, clear rejection of resistance here. Now price is pulling back. This could just be right shoulder too forming. So what's next on a firm? Watching this key level here, which is 39.50, watching 39.50 to play the downside on a firm. uh, low targets, not heavy, just probably intraday play on this one. No longs unless price above this level, because price rejected of this level once. I don't want to take trades, somewhere around here where price can reject back down or in a chop. So I want a clear breakout of this level to the upside, or break this, and then we have the small target for the downside. If breaks the upside, we have some big targets on it. So let's see what we get going into next week on a firm. As long as my levels are there, it's they are not uh, they're not breaking. They are good for weeks. Well, let's say, guys, I have this daily range, let's say from here to here. As long as price is in this daily range, that means those levels are still valid, right? So those levels still valid as a price in the range. Look what happens. Price broke out of this range, retested it, the same levels, and then start pushing to the upside. So same thing here, guys. So this level, the green one from last week, is, look at this, goes there. This is our level for AMAT last week. Goes there, rejected back down. Now started pushing to the upside. So now price in this sideways range. So I'm gonna have my levels change a bit on this one on AMAT, and then I'm gonna have 139 to play the upside here. Oh, that's because price tend to go to the prior swing highs or prior swing lows to reject back down, and then we can clearly see is it is going to this prior swing high, going there, probably gonna reject. Hmm. And probably gonna reject and come back down. If you guys see this, can you guys see this? I see. It goes there, reject, make it inverted and shoulder, breakout, big time, right? That's the perfect world scenario, guys. Well, but we don't anticipate things in here. We play when the level breaks. So AMAT is, I'm not gonna play AMAT. AMC, we played the AMC the other day on in the premium. I think it went up 25, 30%. I was expecting more, to be honest, guys. I was expecting more from AMC, but completely disappointed here. So guys, the trade was simple, very simple on AMC. It was no-brainer trade. I saw this price breakout of the prior day's highs. All I was just doing, waiting for price to retest prior day's lows, and then we take an entry. What happens? Price came back to our entry level. I took an entry right around here on the retest, and then we got a nice push up to the upside for, I think, 25, 30% of um, of our entry. But guys, I was not in heavy in AMC, to be honest. Guys, like, look, because I wanted price to be above these levels, the prior days highs. So somewhere around this, we'll see price came there. There's a clear supply, rejected back down, going there, chopping. So this don't want to see. So I want to see when price is breaking out, there's nothing on the left, right? There's nothing on the left, price is going, and then we see there's a cluster of candles on the left side, just a day before. So just be careful at these levels. So once price breaks, take a starter entry here, ride the trend to the upside, break this prior day high, so retested it, and then I can add some more size in that one. What you're doing now probably looks like making this downtrend or a flag in the 15-minute time frame. But what's the levels here? Um, so AMC probably can go sideways here for some time, but only gonna play AMC to the upside if it is above 22. If it's above 22, we'll definitely play AMC for the upside. It will give some nice squeeze. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna try holding more spaces on on Twitter. The last one was pretty nice. A lot of people messaged me that they got nice, nice plays, nice returns, and then they learned a lot too. So we might do it pretty often, and then I'm gonna start holding my own spaces too. With the Q&As and daily watch lists and all that stuff. Good thing that I'll be back in like a minute. Oh, I guess I'm back. Yeah, I sneezed like fucking 20 times already. AMD guys broke out of this range here on the daily chart. So watching 120, 140 level for any upside. Hmm. Oh, guys, it is bad. 121 for the upside here. So 124, 50 is my next target on the breakout. As if you as if you see me taking pauses in the middle, I'm just sneezing by muting the mic. 121.40 is a breakout level on AMD. So what's a downside play? Come on, as long as this downtrend breaks, this uptrend breaks on AMD, all got into puts. So I think the Friday lows is a good level we can work with to play the downside on AMD. Yeah, break Friday lows. That should be a good trade. To the downside, 117, 32. Looks like I'm gonna play it, and then the target after that would be these lows, which is 112 on the break, and then 124.50 for the upside. Yes, I take my entries using 50-minute chart, and I mark my levels on the daily chart. Sometimes I mark some local zones, like when I'm using intraday, and then I'm in 50-minute chart. Then I mark some local zones from prior days highs lows. Oh, as AVGO is in an interesting spot here. Uh, uh, Last week we saw this base forming here, when a huge drop, price is approaching this level back again. So bears do not want this above these levels. So 631 key level here. I think it can squeeze above this level very nicely. So I'm gonna have it on my high watch. The spreads are pretty wide on this one, but this thing, when it moves, guys, look at this. This moves like 10, 20, 30 points in a day. So if you got a nice break on this one, it has like no real resistance up until 650. So definitely a high watch. This is also semi-day. American Express. I like this name. I like this name. For the downside, um, Amazon, I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna do it. For the downside, I'm watching 184.85 level, and for the upside, I think the price is clear in a range. Can see it. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna wait for this range to break out to either side, and then we'll get into a trade. So for now, it's just sideways action on low volume. Get it trade in these levels, and then get chopped out. So stay away from ranges, guys. Amazon. Amazon looking bullish, but extended areas, very extended. So Amazon guys are watching 32 or 6 level for next week. So you can see prior week action was completely in the range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here in the range. So break this range to either side, it would give us a good trade. Um, guys, I'm gonna go to Lucid too. Guys, if you guys are new here and the first time in this live charting session, so guys, I go through from all A to Z. So if you have any requests, so your name will probably come in alphabetic order. So if I miss anything, you guys can request it in the end, and then we'll look at after. So definitely a key level here, 33.30 on Amazon to the upside. Break this level, and Amazon can definitely push to these highs, which is 34.30 on the break, or break this 3200 level to the downside, and it can retest this prior breakout level, because it did not retest in the daily time frame. Break this, retested it up, retest the downtrend level here, and then bounce back up. Again, guys, the same scenario can work here too, right? From the bottom, what happened with Phipps? So breakout here, so buyers will try to push it higher in these levels. Buyers will uh, try to push it this side. So rejecting here, came back here into this wave 2 low, and then push higher for wave 3 highs, right? So if you get a pullback, buyers needs to hold this box. If not, then price will see some new lows here on Amazon. B is looking good, getting very tight here on the daily chart. It will give us a good trade next week, in my opinion. So definitely on high watch. B pricing is daily range, watching 193.40 level break to the upside, and 184.54 for the downside. Break this up level, and then we can go to 198.72 next. Very clearly here, and then break these lows, and then we can test these lows, or probably these lows 175s and all that. And also guys, it's making this triangle on the daily chart, and then it's also making this bear flag too, right? So we'll see how that plays out, with the upside or the downside. No predictions here. Yes, as if you were here last week, uh, it was mentioned that I had no bias going into this week, and then look what happened, guys, this week. It was no bulls, no bears. Price was just sideways this week. Uh, Same thing, guys, next week, but I'm expecting some red days on S&P now on this week, because price into the supply. I'm not expecting bulls to be this strong that they can take over this supply zone too after this huge run up. So I think we will see some relief, not relief, but some red days. Guys, Bank of America, guys, banks are looking all right, guys. Banks is sideways action too in the banks. So what's up watching on banks? Because in banks, I watch like 5, 6 stocks. So if I find any good setups in any of them, then I play that setup. If not, then I'll just play the XLF. We'll try and make this trend line here. So it looks like a chop here, but watching this 42.92 level, probably weekly low too. So break this level on Bank of America, and then we can play the downside here. If we break this highs, this thing's gonna rip. 44.65 for any upside on Bank of America. Looks like a nice setup here on the daily chart. Banks on high watch, Best Buy. Price holding support here. Breakout of this bear flag on the daily chart. Price is holding on to support. What's the next level I'm watching? Probably this side, that's it. These lows, watching 94.94 break, and then on high volume, and then we can test these lows. And then this is the key level, guys. This is the key level. I might take my starter entry on the break here, and then full entry when price breaks this support, which is 93.20. 93.20 breaks, it's gonna flush. It's gonna flush probably back to these lows here. So definitely on high watch going to next week for the downside here on Best Buy. But I think cat's next leg higher is here. I don't even know why is cat slipping this much. If anyone know, let me know in the chat, guys. Mm. Price is forming this price consolidating in a bull flag on the daily chart on low volume. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. In the consolidation form, price is just dropping, not price, volume is dropping, and price is just going sideways. So what's next? Watching this 225.85 level break, and then we can test this all-time highs, break this all-time highs, and then we just there's nothing on the left, just a blue skies above. Guys, if you're new and wondering why I have this RSI in the bottom and I don't use it, but it just looks cool. It just looks cool, guys. It's just at the bottom. I like it. That's the only reason it's here. There's no other reason. I don't use it at all. CCL. Did we talk about CCL? Prices looks like in a bull flag on the daily. So what's the levels I'm watching? 1787 for any downside, and then 1888 for the upside. Guys, only intraday plays, no swings, nothing, because price is not breaking some key levels. Unless price breaks this highs, hold above it, and then we can take a long swing. That's it. True. Choose earnings coming up, so it drops always, guys. If choose drops on earnings, it's gonna continue go back down. So we'll see how earnings goes with the Chewy. CLF. This thing's ripping us every single day. Look at this, guys. If you guys were here last week, this setup was given, guys, around here. Look at this, guys. This setup was given when price was breaking above this level, and then I was completely bullish on the CLF. And then look at this, guys. This was our level to go long. 27.75 breakout above this level, and then we have some nice push up to the upside. I think it has lot of room to the upside just by looking at the daily volume. You might see some pullback here and there, but I think it has long way to go. Coin. Let's look at coin. What's coin though? Okay. Chopping, guys. Price chopping. Probably getting ready for another leg lower. We'll see. God, I don't know why my computer is acting so fucking slow here. So guys, on coin, very clean levels here on 178.55 breaks on coin, and then it's gonna shit itself. And for the upside, I don't know if I want to play the upside on coin. I don't want to play upside into rejection, guys. You see, price completely rejected this, wigged into this zone before. What are the chances, guys? You know, this price goes there, that means sellers are active. Sellers are active in this zone. This is our marked zone too. I'll be careful. Price above these levels, I'll take my profits quick, guys. When price in a supply zone and you are long, just scalp it. Don't hold, because rug pull can happen anytime in supply zone. So don't wait for price to go up in a supply zone. Take your profits and run. Mm, Costco in a sideways action, yes, Costco can give us a really good short opportunity here. Most of the people I know, you know, they say Costco is strong and all that, but if we look at the prior, we have this ending diagonal here in here, and then it's breakdown, and then made some new lows, and then guys came into this fresh demand zone here. You guys knew, you know, coming here for a long time, the old members know this was our demand zone. Came here exactly to the dot, bounced off of it, and made some new highs here. So what's next? I think the run up has been completed. It's needed to cool down a bit now. So what's next? So 549.50 level, watching for any downside play, and not gonna go long at all if we are not above all-time highs. So not yet, no Costco trade for the upside if we're not breaking all-time highs, and break this 549.42, then I might take a swing for a week or 2 weeks out to play the continuation to the downside here. So a good start to keep an eye on. CRM, no trade, guys. CRM is in this range, you know, unless breaks is any side, 222 or 206, break it, and then we'll take a trade. Otherwise, no trades for me, guys. Looks like a can be inverse head and shoulder, guys. You know, I'm just bored and doing some drawings here, so don't take it seriously. This setup. So levels matters, 206 for downside, 222 for the upside. Crowd's looking strong. I like crowd. Broke out this level here. This prior supply, you can see price supply, price came there, rejected once, and the next time price goes into it, and then completely took over. Now it's going to the upside. Now we have this small base in here of supply, but price can push higher up until like 237 levels if market is bullish. So 226, 225, 76 level, setting an alert for any upside on this one. Have this uptrend line marked on your charts, right? So just nothing else. Break this uptrend, and then we can scalp some puts here too, not aggressively. CVS sideways action. I think instead of CVS, I'll just play Johnson and Johnson's or anything like that. This price is just chopping here. Oh, what's CVX doing? It's also looking bullish. Yeah, so I'll definitely. I think that there's one big day is gonna come in oil. Just like CVX, prices in small ranges going up in a small ranges on some high volume, low spreads, high volume, low spreads. What this indicates, that means a big move coming, in oil. It could be any. So watching this 169, so 170 level for any upside on CVX, definitely on high watch, guys, because I think There's a $4 or $5 day coming on CVX to either side. Dash is down 9%. Yo, guys, this looks like a good setup, guys. Not gonna lie. So for Dash, I'm watching 102.50 level to play the downside here on Dash. Let's set an alert on Dash for the downside. Clean targets. Break 102.48 is gonna go to 94.66 next. Price clearly rejecting off this prior resistance here. We see price goes there, reject back down, is going there, rejecting back down too. So probably gonna retest this range breakout level. So on watch. Come on. DDoC as price is in consolidating in a range on sideways. Price rejecting off supply, broke out of this downtrend. This one should also give us a nice trade here on the daily chart. So price clearly see price in this range here, consolidating sideways. It's setting an alert both sides because this thing moves nice. Guys, look what happens, guys. Price dropped into the earnings gap. This is a power earnings gap. Just look how supply and demand works. Very clear levels to see here. I'm going to mark from levels from here, from this October 2020 up until here. Look, guys, how perfectly this support and resistance zones flip here. Goes there, reject back down. This is a this is a clear supply zone. Price goes there, reject back down. Obviously, guys, if it was going to go there second time, it was going to reject, and it went back down. So now it's going back up. It's broke this resistance, coming back here as a resistance, bounced off hard of it, and then coming back again to this demand zone, and then now bouncing back off it again. So a really good setup to see how supply and demand zones work on the daily. Guys, you can find this demand zone in any time frame. If you look in 1 minute, you can find these zones. You can look in a weekly, you will find these zones. So if you are good with spotting these zones, these supply and demand zones, and then match with your key levels, and then after that, if you guys know how to manage your trades, guys, then after that it's just easy after that. So make sure you mark your zones first, and then you guys know how to manage your trades, and then you guys will be good. Yes, if you come live every day in the live trading, you guys know how we trade, how we manage our positions, how we add in, how we scale in, scale out, or we average in, average out of our positions. On Disney, nothing going on, just price in a sideways action. 136.67 still remains a key level here on Disney. Gonna set an alert here for a downside. And for the upside, guys, watching these highs, 142.20, break these highs on Disney, and then we can play the upside. Ooh, DKNG. I remember I shorted this name a lot, guys. I remember I shorted this name a lot. I think it's again time. So what's next on DKNG? Definitely on high watch, guys. I think this is gonna drop hard. 1798 is a key level on DKNG. If it breaks this level, and then my next level I'm watching is 750. I'm only watching this level, guys. Never mind. I'm only watching one level on DKNG, 1757. Break this 1757, and then we have some nice a dollar move after that break. Bulls want above this 2021 level. So above this can start pushing up higher, but very less chances. DVN, it was a DVN's an energy stock. Looks like it's ready to push higher on watch, guys. This name's moves really nice. So it's in this range for a quite long time now. We've seen this in this huge range for a long time. So watching 63.25 level for any upside. Break this level and this is gonna rip, guys. This is going to 65. Break 63.25 and just going to 67 next. Mm. Guys, charting and all that is easy, guys. The main part is getting a trade. Even getting a trade is a very easy part, guys. Having a plan is the main part. Make sure you guys have a plan. Whenever going into a trade, have a plan. What's your stop? What's your target? What's your entry? What's your exit? Have that plan ready, and then along with your key levels and all that, and then you guys be on fire. Um, Watching EA, I know it's a slow mover and all that, but the setup is nice. So a downtrend break, retest here on high volume, price in this sideways range. So watching 128, 21 for any upside play here on EA. Let's look at eBay. eBay broke key level. It will pop up. eBay broke key level here on the daily chart. Um, and then also had that bull flag breakout. This was my level, guys, on Friday. Not Friday, but a day before, I guess. So yeah, this was 50 or 60 was my level to go long on eBay. I think it was in my watch list too, I guess. But now broke out of key level, approach this supply zone here. If it reject, it'd be a nice trade. If not, it can start pushing back higher to the upside. As it's all about in the markets now. So if SPY's pushing up, all these names will have some nice push up to the upside. So break these highs on eBay, and then you can test these highs 59.83 next on eBay. And if these lows doesn't hold, bulls don't want it above these levels. So below 56.77 and 58, this thing can drop hard. You have this nice uptrend forming too on eBay. And if it's energy, I like this. Ooh, I think this one's setting up for a move. Yeah, it looks like this one is definitely setting up for a quick move to the upside. Needs to hold this support here. Price in this range clearly 183 and 80. 183 and 80 level, hold this support, and then this thing can go to 206 next. So what's the next level here? Just watching having this daily range, guys. Looks like, look, most of the names in this range is because this past week was complete chop. If you guys have losses and all that, you guys look at the bigger picture and see what price is doing. If price is a sideways action, and then you are taking a trade when price is in a sideways action, there are very high chances that you guys are gonna get stopped out. So if you guys take a trade of ENPH in these levels, it was just chopping. So premium bar and all that, so no reason to take a trade when price chopping. So 199.10 level for any upside on any phase energy. ETSY down 6% on Friday. Then I think this thing can drop hard. Ooh, it's the high volume breakdown, guys. High volume breakdown broke our key support here. This was the level I was watching on ATSY 139.50, breakdown below and met our first target 131. So what's next? On watch 129.80 level breaks on ENPH. It can test some fresh lows here. Ooh, guys, my bad. So 129.80 is key level on ETSY. Watching this, I'm gonna extend this support here. So break this level and then go to this support, probably a bounce too. We'll see if it breaks this support. Definitely fresh new lows here on ENPH. No longs unless price above this 150 level. Let's look at Ford. I know most of you like playing Ford. What is Ford doing? Is sideways action or bull flagging? Why are you having so much lag today? Because I think it's the software. Sometimes it just YouTube sort of acts so weird. Ford guys, price in this range here. I don't know if I'm gonna take a trade here in these levels. This is the next support on 416. Yeah, guys. Well, just pricing the range. I don't like this. There's no clear levels here in this in the Ford. 16 watching 16. If it's below this, can take a trade in this one with a day trade for 50 cents. But this is a key level, the lows here on this one. Looking good for the upside. So here, break this size 1740, and then we can play the upside. In this range, I don't want to play the range. Facebook's looking good. I think if market push, Facebook's the one that's gonna go up. Highly beaten down along with PayPal. Price rejecting of these levels. I just make this bear pattern of what is it? This is a rising wedge you call it? Okay, yeah, this is a rising wedge. Price is above this level, guys. Only data, guys, on Facebook, only date trades above 225.52 can quickly push up to 230s, and then we break this uptrend. This is a key level here on Facebook, which is 216.83. Break 216.83, and then it can go to the downside. Guys, someone asked about Wish. Okay, let's just look at Wish first, real quick. I have looked at this chart for like months, I guess. Yeah, real quick, Wish. It's gonna go down. Watch 225 for any downside play here on Wish. Not interesting in going long unless above these highs. 268, above 268 it can go higher, but it looks like it's just gonna go down here from now. 225 is a key level. Break this, and it's gonna print some lows here. FedEx, guys. FedEx, like the setup, only if we're above these highs, which is 229.42. So above this 229.50 level, we're having this nice uptrend, price bouncing off this trend line nicely, and low volume consolidation going on after earnings. So 220.61 is a key level on FedEx to hold, like, for any upside, guys. I think this is a good candidate for a long. If this level breaks, I think this thing can really go to like 236, 237, because that is where the price breakdown did not retest. Um, and then if it goes there, retest this level, and then come back down, that'd be a nice trade too. GM making this bear flag here on the daily chart. Looks like it's broke out of this uptrend here um, on the daily. So what's the next level I'm watching? Clean levels compared to Lucid, I guess we were looking at, or Ford. Ford, yeah. So GM, watching 43.17 level for a downside play um, on GM. And for the upside, guys, I'm just gonna wait for this 45.31 to break for upside play. GameStop is actually looking strong, because GameStop if is above this level, above 160.78, this thing can push higher. We have this a lot, big base forming uh, close above this level, and this thing can definitely push higher. So should be on watch next week. Ooh, Google's looking like, because there's a W pattern here on Google. Broke out of this daily level here, retested it, now going back higher. So what's the next key level here on on Google? It's 28.44. Break this 24.84, and then it can test these highs, which is 28.90. Break 28.90, and then we have all-time highs in this range. But again, guys, I'm gonna watch SPY here, even though Google's looking good. But if SPY is going up, only then Google's gonna go up. Goldman Sachs, well, I think it had a gap to fill. Oh yeah, this is a gap fill trade, guys. Gap fill range trade. Oh yeah. Very section here on this one. Watching this support here on Goldman Sachs, which is 334.31. Break this 334.31, and then it can fill this gap here for almost 3 points gap in this one. Not gonna go long on Goldman Sachs just yet. They are another good banking stocks for the upside. Ooh, guys, HD is down like 106%. God, this is again, guys, this thing is not done yet. I don't think this is done yet. It has a lot of room to the downside. So HDs should be your high watch going into next week. Easy traders, guys, on this one. So couldn't catch on Friday. I had like 150 contracts order ready to be filled, but I never got filled on HD, and then those contracts went like 400%. So I'm not gonna miss this one. 308.40 level, watching for any downside here. Just gonna be more careful and having this level too marked. So just in case, 307.15 level I'm watching for the any downside play. Break this level, and it can go to 300 next. Easy, guys, easy. Ooh, what's Robinhood doing? Yeah, guys, the HD, guys. This HD was on my watch for a long time, but I tried. I thought I would get filled, but price moved so fast that I even put my entry there, but couldn't get filled on time. Mm. hood is looking good for a downside play. Why? Because price did not hold this breakout level. It broke out of this level. Now it's not holding this range. Now it's breaking down. So what's next? Break this lows of Fridays, and this is gonna it's done, guys. It's done. I'm gonna put it in my green list. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, guys, HPQ. This one I call it on Twitter. This thing just ripping, guys. Guys, it's a low volume push up. Uh, above the above supply here on this one. This is the only stock that I followed the flow on, and then look at this. Hmm. No, guys, I told you guys, if you guys see me frozen, that means I'm only frozen to just to sneezing. That's it. I sneeze like fucking 50 times now. It's tough. Guys, I don't know. I should have been stopped out on HP at this point, HPQ. But if not, then I'm just gonna change my bias next week. If it stays above this level, around not above this level, but this level, which is 39.12. If it stays above this level, then I'm gonna switch my bias to go long on this one. But I still think this is gonna go down next week. If not, guys, we'll simply move on and then get into a new trade. Ooh, IBM. Ooh, IBM had a nice day on Friday. This range break on IBM. Look for uh, look for a continuation on IBM. I'm gonna set up in the green one. So if we get dips into the smaller time frame, and then we'll likely get a trade for intraday from there. Intel had a really nice day. Oh yes, Intel's looking nice. Intel's looking nice. I'm gonna put it on the watch too. Probably intraday play. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We got Johnson and Johnson on high watch. I think this thing is ready for all-time highs. So what's next on Johnson and Johnson's? Watching 117, 177.70 level for any upside. There's a lot of chip stocks on the move. I'm just gonna focus on a couple and I'll let you guys know what I'm watching pretty soon. So 177.70 break on Johnson and Johnson's. Next target is 179 or 180 on Johnson. Break this all-time highs, and this thing can just go nice. That's price in the range, guys. You guys see I have this red line. That means I'm gonna get into puts too if we break this range to the downside, because that clearly can be a double top here on the weekly chart or on the monthly chart. So I'm gonna switch my bias real quick if we get a rejection. Oh, Coke's ripping here. Yes. Because when I see these kind of stuff, so ripping like Coke, Pepsi, healthcare, energy, and all that. When you see this kind of stocks ripping, that means pullback can come into the major indexes, which are SPY, Qs, IWM, and all that. Whenever these sectors are on the run, and we are seeing these sectors running now, breaking out. So gonna be careful going long SPY next week. Oh, Lucid in this huge range here, but will give us a trade here, even in the range, because it's making this range inside range. So watching this 27.27 for any upside and 24.50 for any downside play here on Lucid. Here comes Lee Autos. Yeah, so we have this huge gap to fill to the downside. So I'm just gonna have my alert set uh, at 25.52 here on Lee Autos to play the downside on this one. Should be a good trade. Guys, Chinese stocks, guys, it should be on your watch list, guys. This month or next month, because we are seeing a lot of volatility in these names. With these guys having some nice ranges intraday. So it's good to have a couple of names on the watch and then scalp it here and there. Yeah, this is my one of the favorite stock. Too short. I think it's getting ready again. Oh, here this lag. As price was in this range, made this base here, supply base, broke down of it. Price goes there, retested those levels, and then rejecting back down. So what's next on Lemonade? Watching this key level here on Lemonade, 24.34 break for an easy play for the downside here on watch. Yeah, like these are trades. Sometimes I take a trade, I don't alert it. So so I play most of the names I talk about here. Going to next week, but you guys will see me only take trades on liquid names, because I don't like to alert something with no volume, because there's no point of alerting something with a low volume and a good setup, because the price is not going to move at all on option contracts, and then in the end we will just pump and dump the contract. So that what I be careful of most of the time. Ooh, slows, guys, slows, guys. If you have this, oh, wait a second. Yeah, guys. Low swing called perfectly uh, in the premium. I was watching this level, guys. I was watching this level, and when price broke down this level, alerted puts on this one. When I saw price is rejecting all this supply here on the daily chart, alerted puts 2 weeks out, or I think a week out, only for $1 on puts, but I got out for only 100%. And then on Fridays, those puts hit 500%, perfectly called on the drop here. So I think it has a lot of room still out to the downside, but also approaching this prior demand zone, also hitting this prior demand zone. So I was short lows here. I'm gonna go with HD short now. Yeah, guys, if you guys find a good setup, even though the volume is low, go ahead and play it, because volume is not everything. Love, guys, what is not point of time. Okay, lift like a good setup. So key level on lift 39.60 from last week. It didn't even go close to this level. Now it's making this small uptrend here uh, in this uptrend channel. So waiting for this level to break. Which level? Let's say this level. So 39, 37, 17 breaks, and then this thing can go down. Never mind, guys. We're gonna have some changeover levels. We will see saw some supports here. Yeah, guys. So watching lift below 36.55 breaks this zone here, 36.55 zone. Um, this is a zone here. So break this zone on lift, and then it can definitely test these levels here, which are 35s and all that. Should be a good trade here on lift. Price and clear range. No needs to go heavy, guys. No needs to go heavy in this thing. Macy's. Let's get Macy's, guys. Price is bull flagging. Price is bull flagging, but we're gonna play off our levels. 25, 51. If it doesn't hold, then we can play the downside, but it looks good for the upside too, guys. I'm gonna have both sides alert on Macy's, just so I cannot miss the either side pump or dump. Because I hope all these videos are helpful for all of you. I'm doing this, going live every single week. I hope you guys bank off the levels that we talk about here, and learn something new every single time, because otherwise there is no point of me or you spending 3 hours in a week on this sessions. Fine, guys, fine. MO, guys, looking really good. Yeah, guys, look at this. When this things runs, this sector runs, we see some drops in the indexes. So these names are running again. So watching 50, not 53, but watching 54 level here. Watching 54, MO's above 54, is going to 55 next. That's it. On watch, along with Coke. Love to hear you guys are banking and learning something nice. Moderna dropped. Out of this name is it's just weird. Price action on this one. Guys, keep an eye on this one. MP. This one I was gonna alert the other day in Discord when I saw this breakout here of this range on high volume, but I was just like, just leave it, because this thing has monthly options. But I think this is breaking out of this huge base here. You can clearly see this was the only spec that I like. This is the only spec I like. Look at this huge base breaking out here, and then with all the demand of this, all the metals are rising, and then and we can definitely see some highs here on the break, or I can add on the pullbacks on the daily. Looks too strong. Yeah, guys, definitely can add back on the pullbacks here around 50 levels. Oh God, this fucking cough and sneezing is killing me. Guys, Micro's the same setup as SPY or Qs. There's no point of talking about it. Oof, MU is looking nice. Earnings coming up too. This thing probably gonna rip on earnings, guys. So 78, 54 level watching on MUs. Oh, looks like we find our semi name to play the next week, and for the earnings run up too. So 78.54 watching on MU to play the upside with a target of 79.90. Only downside play if it below this level. Guys, net, this is a Cloudflare, another name I like, very strong name. Uh, when it moves on the break. So, but right now, just consolidating, rejecting this prior resistance here, but also consolidating tight here on the daily chart. So, bulls do not want it below 110, below 110.66. This thing's it's gonna drop, right? Because having this uptrend break and it's gonna go down. We're having this uptrend here too that got broke, and then it's some new lows and this uptrend into the supply breaking down. So same thing happening back again here, right? So uptrend here into the supply. If it rejects, then we'll play the downside. But if it breaks 123 uh 40 level next week, guys, we will see how many times it rejected this levels, break this level, and this thing's gonna go to 132 next. Definitely on watch, guys. Definitely on watch. I just found out you mentioned in the last couple of weeks. Love the explanation, guys. Yeah, this is what I guys would like to do. You guys, that if I'm getting a trade, I'm getting into a trade or Shinobi or steel. So this is our, the main thing that we care of, that explain why we are getting into a trade and explain why we are getting out of a trade, because you guys not gonna learn if I just come out and say I'm getting Netflix calls, like why I'm getting it, what's the point, right? So to clear those points, and then so next time you guys will be able to take trades on your own, rather than just for us uh to alert. So if I'm watching this 358 level, 356, 86 level, 70 on Netflix, breaks this level on the daily, go into the 50-minute chart, watch for a break and retest, get an entry in a retest, and then we play the upside. So guys, like if you guys are waiting for me to alert on the retest, guys, if you guys have a good conviction and then you guys are here for a while, you guys know that I'm gonna get into a trade. When this retest, like I know guys of some of the people in the premium that they start trading on their own, that they don't even take our trades, they just watch our levels and then take trades off our levels, or they start having their own levels and stuff. So this is what I want, guys. I want you to guys have your own trades. I don't want you to guys to rely on me or anyone else to get a trade alerts. So that's the only um, thing that I care about. That's why I guess I go live every single week, so you guys can learn how to spot some good opportunities. So talking about Netflix, back to Netflix. Daily price is in a range. A daily price is in a range. So no trades here when price in a range. Watching 366.65 level for a downside play with a target of 10-point move down 365 and a 10-point move up to 397 on break of 387 break. So a good trade either side. So setting alert both sides here. Ooh, news down 10%. This thing will give us a good trade next week. High volume breakdown here. I think I already have. Working two levels here, 1932 and 1883 for any downside here on Neo, and it has that gap to fill too on this one. So break this highs, the Friday's highs, and then it's a gap fill play. No swings, guys. Only swing on Neo if a Neo closes above this level 2340 in future, it's gonna go up. Yeah, look at this how perfectly we have this zone marked on this on Neo. Had this talk about this supply here, this zone in the past, in the last charting session, that price can reject off this level here. Look at how price goes there and reject back down 10% down. Guys, again, it can be inverse head and shoulder, can be, I told you guys before that a lot of the names are making this inverse head and shoulder on the daily, even S&P too. So watching this setup carefully here. Let's look at SPY real quick. Yeah, guys, if you look at SPY, it's also making this inverse head and shoulder here. Ooh, this is a messy chart. Let's look at SPX. Can you guys see the inverse head and shoulder? I see it. Goes it, reject back down, retest some of these highs, retest these highs, goes back up, and then make inverse head and shoulder, and then break out of this supply here and go to 1,000. I mean, not 1,000, 10,000. So this is XPX. So that's that's what probably bulls are seeing, and that's what we have discussed in our SPY analysis earlier, guys. So, right, so bulls do not want below this level, so we can clearly see why. And it's also going to form a bullish pattern too if we get a reversal of these levels. Look at this, guys. Here, here, and then if it comes back here, push from here, and then yes, a lot of confluence here on SPY right now. But we'll see how that goes. Like is looking, it is looking good. Earnings coming up. I mean, earnings came up already. Price bouncing off. Brokers daily trend bouncing off this level. So watching 135, 40, 135, 50 for any upside, and watching 131.23 for any downside play with the target of 128.70. Oh, guys, Nvidia. Yes, if you took this Nvidia short with me the other day, it was perfect shot. That's a perfect shot of our level that on the daily level that we discussed here the last week. This is our level of last week. This is our supply zone clearly on Nvidia. Price goes there, rejected a couple of times, and the next day it just went down 10 points. Took an entry here on in this level, and then closed my puts for around like 80%, I guess, on this drop. I also had some more thoughts the other day because I thought price will come back to this level, retest it, and then go back higher. But bulls didn't have time to waste, and then broke this supply already, and then retested it too. So next week, if we are above 286, this thing's going to 294 next. So 286 watching on Nvidia for a potential play up to 294. Another 8 point on Nvidia here. Not gonna go short Nvidia just yet. Um, yeah, guys, not gonna go short in Nvidia. Yeah, I don't know. This setup was given to you guys on 23rd of March and that was clearly mentioned that these things will see a fresh new lows on the daily chart. Look what happened. Fresh new lows on the daily chart. What's next? Fresh new more lows coming here on this one. Probably 127.80 or 112, but we'll see. But new lows definitely will come for sure on this one. Very high confidence here on this one. Going into next week, break this 135.20, 127.80 will come in same day. This is on high watch. Okay, I think this thing will rip right off open. On looking really good, guys. Looking really good. Breakout of this downtrend. Retested it on high volume, closing at highs of the range. Break this. Break 64. So break 64, and it's going to 66 next. No real resistance here in these levels, and then goes there and reject. That's kind of the same setup as AVGO as we saw. AVGO is also approaching this supply zone in this level. We can let's mark the supply here. So break this and approaching this fresh daily supply, not expecting it to go above these levels. Mm, but if it goes there, that's my target, guys. After that, I will consider going along above these levels only. Oxy. Yeah, guys, there's nothing wrong with learning from trades because we always, let you guys know. I always let you guys know that why I'm getting a trade, why I'm getting out of a trade. So if you guys watch chart while I trade, while I alert, so you guys, see 10 different alerts coming from me, and then from the next one, you guys will be able to take your own if you guys look at the chart while I get into a trade. Oxy looks like a good short setup. Watching 57.21 support on Oxy has this nice gap to fill to around here. If it fill it, that's nice. If not, that's all right too. I think Pan W. I wanted to clear the another day. This should have like spread is so bad on this one on Pan W. I think this is a cyber name. Oh, come on. Well, yeah, guys, this thing will see new highs. Look at this. Bulls are strong in this one. Bulls are very strong. Look at this perfect flag break, perfect bull flag breakout, just ripping higher. First target hit, closed above it, retested that level back again on high volume. I think this will see some new highs going into next week. Or should be on watch. Chinese names PDD. Um, just watching 43 support. That's it. Just watching 43 support on PDD. If it breaks 43, I'm gonna get into a trade. That's it. I don't want to play the upside on this name. Oh, guys, pen is okay. Game over, guys. Pen is literally game over. Yes, easy trade, guys. Going to next week, very easy trade. This thing will be in my watch list. Yeah, these are the setups. It should be like this. You see the setup, and then you make up your mind right away. I'm gonna tell you how I made up my mind when I took SE trade in like 10 seconds. Not even 10 seconds. I made up my mind in like 2 seconds that I'm gonna get that trade. I'm gonna show you why. So pen 41 32 level I'm watching on pen for a downside play should be it should break next week, guys. Should break high chances. I'm gonna set it in the green one, so I keep an eye on this one. Break this 41 32 is going to 38 39 87. Let's just say 40, guys. It's gonna go to 40 next on the break of 41 32, almost a 1.3 dollar move. How's Pfizer looking? I think Pfizer just gave a dip buy opportunity. Low volume consolidation going on. Price in this range only have one alert for the downside, which is 52.20. Break 52.20 is gonna go to 51.20, so a dollar move. I don't know if I want to play the upside just yet. I want to see some more base. I want to see some more base here to play the upside on Pfizer. Ooh, PayPal's, guys. PayPal's along with Facebook, look the same setups, guys. Either play Facebook or PayPal. PayPal only watching two levels: 119.50 for any upside, and 112 for any downside play here. Oh, we got an emergency alert. Oh, guys, someone got lost, got kidnapped in our area. That's scary. Ooh, Qualcomm guys. Ooh, I like the setups. But guess what? Price in the range, guys. Price in the range. Break 160. This is gonna rip. So watching semis going to next week, guys, definitely. And we have this downtrend break too on Qualcomm. Have the downtrend break. Break this 160 is gonna go upside, and then break this the support here 150 to 60, and then there's a filled breakout. Roblox is down 7%. How we did not play Roblox? But guess what, guys? We're gonna play it next week. You're gonna short it next week. This also looks like a inverse head and shoulder here. Guys, always clean your charts, after a week or two. Always clean your charts, and then you will see much better what's going on in the stock. Sometimes you have a trend line here and there, but once you clean everything out, and then you will see a different story going on the chart. So always clean your charts regularly, and then have a very minimal support and resistance lines. Do not have fucking 20 lines on your chart, and then get stopped out at every level. There's no point, because only have fresh levels on your charts. Levels from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago does not matter. Only local levels matter, guys. This if something happens a month ago, 2 months ago, 5 months ago, those levels matter the most compared to levels that from 20 years ago, because price clearly do not respect 20 years old levels. So 45.63 level I'm watching on Roblox for any downside here. And for the upside, only one level, 53, guys. Above 53, we'll play that upside. That's it. Rivian, guys, one of the stock that I love to short. One of the stocks. Looks like it's setting up again. Looks like a bear flag forming. And then this is our rejection level, 50. Did it hit it? Off by 90 cents, guys. Off by 90 cents on our level. Posted it on Twitter. This setup, guys, this has a nice shorts going if it touches 50 and then reject back down, but clearly rejected before. So watching 44.55 level for any downside here, and also watching these two supports here. 44, 45 and 42.24 here. Break this zone, and then it can definitely test some new lows here, and then it's gonna meet this demand here, like a temporary demand, guys. This is not a strong demand zone, but if it comes here, we can see some relief bounce for a day or two before going back down. Guys, let me tell you what happens when price is in a downtrend, and then we see some demand forming in this one. Price comes into demand, right? Price comes into demand, and then people go long, or short covering comes, right? Price comes into demand, short covering comes, and then price pushed back higher. And when price pushed back higher of the demand in the downtrend, what happens? It formed this pattern, guys. It formed this pattern, and then what is this pattern, guys? This is a bear flag pattern, guys. Right? Short covering, bear flag pattern, and then goes downside, break the prior demand, act is as a supply now, acts go down. So that's what it is, guys. It happens in uptrend, it happens in a downtrend. If you go the upside, is that different in upside? Flip the charts, price goes to supply, rejected there, come back down. We have some longs, taking profits, price consolidating back down in the flag, break out of the bull flag, and then hit our target, the highs of the bull flag, break that high of the bull flag, retest it, and then we get back in a long trade. Same thing, guys. That's all. This is all. It's all break and retest, guys. It's all supply and demand. What's next, guys? Roku. Price in a sideways region, guys. I don't even need to tell you about this one. You guys know. You guys see the chart. You guys know. I don't want to say anything about. Look at Starbucks. Same thing, guys. Same thing about Starbucks. What do I say? This shit is sideways, guys. You guys know the levels. You guys can mark your own levels at this point. I don't need to be yelling the levels out of my lungs. But has nice gap to fill, guys, on Starbucks. SCI. This was a trade. This was a trade. That I saw, and I saw it was gonna go down right away. Uh, I had this level, guys. I had this levels marked on my chart. It was this level. Yes, it was this level I had marked 121. So 121 level I had marked on my chart another day. I had this also this small. It was not here. It was somewhere around here. Yeah, I had this uptrend here marked on the chart, and then what I saw uh, is price is breaking, already broke down of this level, already broke out of this level, and then this was my level, 121, broke out of a trend, and then it was keep on resisting us. It was keep. If you look on the 15-minute chart, if I had this chart out. I always have 15-minute and 1 day and 5 minute charts always open. So I had this level small because you can have this, just whatever you guys. But this was my level. I was also making this beta flag in a 15-minute. I saw this breakdown, and I saw it pushing to the upside. What it did, I retested the flag, retested my level, took a entry on the retest here, sniper entry, went in way too heavy in this one, took a starter size here, and then when price broke this level, confirmed that it is going down 100%. Look what happened, guys. This is the opening range, guys. So this is the opening range I had on this one, and then opening range break, retested it. We got into trade, added more here. Or I alerted here somewhere, or I don't know, alerted here, but um, alerted here. I added a lot more on this retest here, and then we got a nice flush down, and then I was out. What was my target? I think I gave you guys my target. It was because my target on this one, if you were live on Spaces, it was these lows. 114.50 was my target. 114.50 was my target. It hit on the dot and then bounced off our level nicely. So that was a nice trade. But now what's next? Now what's next on SC? More downside. So what's the next level here on SC? So I want SC below this 111 770 level, below this 170 level. Oh, this is gonna drop hard. Why I'm saying it? Because I have played this chart. Uh, I'm playing this short. I'm just shorting this name. Premium members knows, guys, from like 200s, guys, from 200s. uh, I'm shorting this name every single time it's coming, so I kind of known to this personality now. So watching this 111.70 level for any downside play with the targets of 102 level, break 102, has a nice gap to fill. I think this will give us a back-to-back trades next week if it follows our plan. Guys, my highest hit on shop SC is 1400%, and the minimum is 100%. Mm, Shopify. I know some of you guys like Shopify. I don't know. I never played Shopify, guys. Probably one or two times. That I don't remember. But other than that, I don't think I played Shopify that often. Because maybe the cons are expensive and the spread is wide, like $300 spread, $200 spread on the Shopify. So if you're in Shopify and you like the stock, so 655 level I'm watching for any downside, and then in this range 739.45 for any upside. Guys, this guys, do not consider this candle. Do not consider this candle. That was just a pump from the exchanges at the end of the day. But I think only five. Let's look at 15 minutes. I'm going to show you guys why it does not matter this candle. Because I know in the last one, this only pumped here in this candle. There's only like no volume. There's only five stock traded in these levels. So that was just a mistake by the exchange by reporting it at this 172 level. So this level does not matter to me. So only one level I'm watching is 740. Break 740 is going to this level first. 782. What do you guys say? It would be silly to do SCNet. Guys, I do this all the time. As when I see all these shit names are going upside, then that means puts are cheap. Then I load puts on these names, guys. I'm into value puts. When I saw this rejection on it, I'm in long puts. Got on Twilio, might get in SC2, but wanna see some more confirmation on SC. So Snap, guys, Snap isn't sideways. You guys see the levels on the chart: 34.20 for any downside, 37.41 for any upside here. Nice setup. So many nice setups, guys. So many nice setups. Snow. As I think our snow prediction will come true one day that it's gonna cut in half, but we'll see how that is. Price in this sideways thing that's clearly rejected off this level. Break if snow breaks to 621, that would give us a really nice swing trade to play the downside here. And what's gonna happen? Break that range, go into that demand zone, and then what's gonna happen, guys? You guys know, goes here, and then we got a bounce, and then you guys know what happens. Only guys, only when it level breaks, guys. Otherwise, this analysis does not matter. Looks extended here. Looks very extended. Or square. Looks like a good short setup. If we break these lows, which is 125.63, break it, and then we can play the downside price in this daily range on square. For the upside, I would definitely play the upside, guys. I would definitely play in the upside in a strong name, and then square does look like a strong name at these levels. Look at this push up. Look at this downtrend. Look at this flag break. There's a lot of confidence for the bulls for it to push to the upside. So if this is a flag after this huge run up, then I'm watching this level, which is 137.76 to play the upside. Let's see what the Elliott waves are saying in this one. Oh, why the fuck is it's not white anymore? So approaching 38% retracement of this wave. So hold this wave, can go next, right? So no bias here, but only gonna trade levels here. But bulls will try to push it to the upside. 10, I don't know about 10. Pricing this sideways, guys. If I'm gonna trade 10, I'm just gonna trade ENPF because this is a 10 solar ETF, holds around 20% of Enphase Energy. So I'm gonna just trade Enphase Energy instead of trading 10. But if I see 10 is breaking this highs, keep an eye. If 10 is breaking this 78 level, then it'd be very easy to get a trade into Enphase Energy too. Because ETFs breaking out, stock is breaking out, and then that is a no-brainer trade. How you guys like it so far, guys? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat if you guys want me to add anything that too. And if you guys like it, please go like, guys. Please go like and subscribe and all that, guys. Do that stuff. That's a basic stuff, guys. Please do it. So we can have more reach and more people can come and learn from this weekend free sessions. Target both sides I'm watching 220 here for upside play on target. Looks like a flagging here on the daily. And then 216 for a downside. 216 for a downside. Guys, yeah, guys. Uh, T-Mobile. Uh, this is a good set. I think this is gonna drop. Holding this huge, you say rising wedge or uptrend, whatever you wanna call it. Whatever you wanna call it, I'm just gonna call it uptrend is holding for now. So the next level I'm watching on T-Mobile is because the ticker name is TMUS. The cons are liquid, so you guys would not have any problem. 123.13 level I'm watching for any downside. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the love, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna make my first YouTube video, guys. I don't get. I know I promised you guys last week that I'm gonna make it. My bad, guys, but I didn't get time, guys. I didn't get time at all. I was so fucking busy last week. But guys, this week I'm gonna make it. 90% sure. Guys, Tesla fire setup, guys. Tesla fire setup. Do not miss out on this one. Double inside days, guys. Double inside days. Shorts and longs are trapped in this one now. So what's next on Tesla? Double inside days. Watching highs 1024 for any upside on Tesla. And then this is a key level. 1997 for any downside here. Ooh, this is my setup. I'm gonna have it on my watch. Yeah, guys, can definitely see price in this range here in 15-minute too. So break this range in 15-minute, and then we can take the trade to the either side. Yeah, guys, Tesla on watch next week. Okay, TSM. TSM in this daily range here, and then it's also holding prior support, acting as a resistance in TSM. But guys, guess what? Only local levels matter at these points, to be honest. Yes, we can stretch it out, in this way, and can say, this is respecting the prior lows. But guys, when price is this old, guys, I would just like to focus on some recent price action. And the recent price action is showing the prices in a range, and then I'm only going to get a trade when this range breaks. So breaks to the upside 108.14, and then we're going to push to 110, no swings. Break this lows 14.78, hold below it, retested it, and then we can definitely get into a short swing. but don't want to go long. Even if it breaks to this size or even this size, it's just not ready for a long yet for a swing, unless price breaks this highs, hold above it, retest it, and then goes higher. Oh, TTD guys, I think it broke already the daily range. I gave you guys this one on Twitter live spaces. I gave you guys this setup on Twitter live spaces when it broke this level, which is 64.50, and it went down for a nice trade for an hour or two. So it's still valid trade here. Upside is 17, 18 for the upside, and then for the downside, we can have a new level, which is 62.95 for this one, and then the next support here is at 58.70. Ooh, TWLO guys. This trade, guys, we nailed it 2 times, guys. 2 times, same day, same price. Got it for 100% both times. The second one was 80. Second one was 80. The first one was 150. So really nice trade. Yes, even though this thing did not break any levels, but the my conviction was high in this one. So the only reason that I got a trade, that was a conviction. Why do I took TWLO trade? I'm gonna tell you guys why. So I saw this what do you say, low volume spreads. So spreads here, just market is not making a move. That means it is ready for a big move, and price is consolidating. This tight, this low spreads, that means a big move coming, and we got a big move. We got a big move off open, and then alerted somewhere around here. I broke this level, retested it, alerted it, and then we got a nice push down to 150%. 150% nice push down, and then after that I exited my play. For 150%. I was holding into runners, and then what happens, I was almost out from all the runners, and then what happens the next time, and then I had this levels. I had this day's low marked on my chart, guys. Again, guys, always update your levels on the daily, on the intraday chart. Always update your chart. I know you guys, mark your chart on the daily level. I mark my charts on the daily level, but also always have your levels on intraday chart. So this is the opening range. This is opening range breakdown. I got early entry here on this one, but we got a nice breakdown of opening range. Retested it. This is where I alerted second time, guys. This is where I alerted round two puts for TWLO. We got an entry right here in this candle, and then we got a nice flush down for 80% on the same contracts. So that was a trade. And then, guys, alerted exit on the bottom. Alerted exit somewhere around here. It was this candle. Yeah, it was this candle when I alerted exit. When I saw this much volume coming in, and then price is holding. So what I thought this was sell volume, but when I see, guys, price is not making any lows, and then it's holding this support at this point. I just don't want to be in a position, because price is bouncing up support, holding this level. That means price is forming a base, can push to the upside. So exited right here, guys, at the bottom in this wick. I saw this price wicking, started wicking into support. I saw it, price pushing up. I was out, guys. I was out. I was out of my trade at 80%. Look what happened after a chop. So, guys, these are the stuff. Yes, you gotta take sometimes quick decisions about your trades, and then if you guys keep your levels update, then you guys can make the snap decisions quickly. What's next? Ooh, Twitter guys. Twitter guys. This is a setup I posted uh, on my Twitter too. Let's see if price gets rejected of these levels, guys. Rejected a couple of times here. A clear supply zone here on this one. Rejected one time, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, a lot of times. So watching 37.50 level for any downside play here. on Twitter. For the upside, I just want to see price above 39, hold above 39, and then this thing can push to the upside. Okay, guys, I'm tired. My throat's fucking hurting now. Just gonna look at a couple of more stocks. Guys, we don't have anything left, guys. Let me know, guys, if you have any setups you want me to look at, or any questions, we can look at it now. There's not enough good setup now left. Let me know, guys. Just want to finish it early. That's why we'll have some break. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions, uh, any chart requests you guys want me to look at. I'll definitely look at it. Ooh. Guys, I do not trade BTC, but I do chart it all the time. Now let's look at BTC. BTC daily is pushing up. Some clean levels, guys. Some very clean levels. On BTC, guys. 45,500 is a very clean level on it. Break this 45,500, hold above it, and then we can see some nice push to the upside on this one, guys. I think price is in no man's land in BTC right now. Breaks this highs, and then bulls will be in control. And for the downside, just gotta break this daily uptrend here that is forming. Break this daily uptrend, and it can go downside. Currently in no man's land. AR, look at AR. I think I traded AR a couple times in the past. Or should I have my level marked on AR? Yes. Okay, yes, I did. This thing is pushing. Yeah, guys, I remember this level. Guys, what a perfect setup here. Wow. Daily range break, guys. That's how the bullish pattern works, or the bearish pattern. Price up at the highs, ranging, breakout on high volume, and then took a break, digested the move, now getting ready for another like higher. Extended for now, not gonna go long at these levels. I'm gonna wait for pullback. Pull back to the magnets, or pull back to our breakout level, retest this level, and then go back higher. That would give us a really nice risk to reward entry on AR instead of chasing at these levels. What's next? Moderna next. Come on. What are the Moderna levels here? So Moderna watching 160.90 level for to play the downside here on Moderna, and with the targets of we saw this range here on Moderna, so I'm gonna push it a bit, and the next target on Moderna would be 150 on the break of 161. So and for any upside, I wanna see this prior highs, above prior highs if you're patient enough. If you are not patient enough and then want to trade it, then can trade it on the flag break here on the daily chart. So break this highs on the daily chart, the Friday highs, can day trade it, and above 180, 160, stop below it, so it can swing it. Bill, let's look at Bill. What is Bill.com? Patch software. Okay. Rejected hard here off supply zone, guys. rejected off the supply zone, break the uptrend, here into the supply, not looking good. This was a prior breakdown level, breakout level. So bulls do not want it below 209. Let's have this zone marked lines. So bulls do not want below this support zone. So bulls below 207 or this support zone, this thing can drop, guys. But between that, you can see just chopping here. So no trades. Someone said Apple. Guys, this was stock that was the first one. And then I also, guys, if you go start of the stream, you guys can see I also break down how I took the Apple trade in confluence with VIX, in confluence with the SPY, and the supply and demand zones and all that. So go watch that. At the first, you guys will you will learn more than for me just talking here for only 2 minutes about Apple. Lulu, Lululemon. I got Lululemon pants last week. Guys, this is lagging so bad. It's a soft breakout of the daily range, like the setup, probably an earning run up for now, and then broke out of this downtrend too. Looks like it. Broke out of this small downtrend here on the daily chart, daily range break on high volume, earnings coming up. So hold above this level, 318.50, hold above this level, and it can test 324 next. So break 324, 331 can come next, but it's a supply there. Can see push down, made a high, made this base here, made a supply base, and then price pushed back down. And where price pushed back in the past, this demand zone has formed a demand, pushed up higher. What happens? Price came into that demand, bounced off of it into the supply, reject back down. We don't know about this yet. So we'll see. Bears will try shorting it around these levels. Above this one, this thing can push up to 345, 350s, and then bears will get active again around these levels. Guys, all these names, these are down from highs. They will have no easy way to go up. They will see bears at every single levels, at every single swing highs. They will have to encounter bears at one point. Bulls will give up, and then rug pull will come. BA, guys, did I go through BA? I think, yeah, guys, I went through BA. Go back into the video, and then you guys will see my BA analysis. Bros, what is bros? Bros? Dutch bros. Yeah, guys, I got Lululemon pants last week. Guys, price in this range. What is this chart? Complete rejection of prior resistance here. Resistance became support, couldn't hold, come down, became resistance once again, and resistance once again. Now what's next? Price was in this daily range, broke out of this daily range here. I'm just gonna have the zone, not the levels. Price in this daily range, broke out of this daily range, rejected our supply, coming back into this support here, bulls flagging. Right, so price in this daily range. So unless price is below these levels, this one, which is 50, 90, or price is above these highs, which is 62, then we'll get a trade to either side. In between is just a chop. Can look at T. Oh, T. This name, I showed it too many times. I think it's getting ready to short again. Ooh, it ripped. Okay, guys, my bad. Breaks the downtrend here uh, on some volume. Can push higher, guys. I don't like to play this names for the upside because there's a lot of resistance there at every single point. Every single point is going to see some resistance. But on the pullbacks, if it comes here to these levels next week, which is 2350, it was a prior breakout level. So comes back here, watch for a rejection of these levels and a bounce for some sort of base here in smaller time frame, break off that base, and then can play the upside here on TV. Only the what do you say, the intraday plays. MU. Talked about MU. No, guys, I'm just gonna look at chart. Might play earnings, because these things, is beaten down a lot, and then last earnings, guys, they killed it. Last earnings, they literally killed it. If you look at their guidance, the last earnings, it was fire. That was the only reason it pushed up to this new highs here, on the earnings. So might play earnings here to the upside here on MU. Other than that, I'm just gonna follow the levels that I gave you guys earlier. PayPal, guys, we'll look at PayPal too. Yes, PayPal price in daily range, as mentioned, either side. If price is not breaking to the either side, not gonna get into a trade. 119.50 for upside, 112 for the downside here. Mm. No worries, guys. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it today. Is there anything else, guys? Or should we end this session right here and then we'll see you guys next week live trading in spaces or in the premium room for sure. All right, I think most of you guys have no questions anymore, so we're just gonna take a. I'm gonna take a leave at these levels. Guys, bros levels I gave you guys. Bros, guys, go back 5 minutes and then you will see my bros levels. Mm. All right, guys. If you guys are new here, and then if you're the one who did not subscribe yet or like yet, so I will appreciate if you guys do that, and then guys share it on your social media too, so more people can learn. We really appreciate it. So okay, guys, I'm gonna take a leave. Have a good rest of the weekend, everyone. I love you all. See you next week, guys.